So the star of tonight's dinner is this little guy right there. What's for dinner?
Tonight we're having Oregon truffles and a Amish hen. So it's a truffled Amish hen.
I gotta tell you, the little lid just came off of that truffle. Now, this is a truffle. This is an Oregon truffle, and it's sitting in risotto. The risotto is not part of the truffle itself. It just keeps it dry. It's very important that when these are stored, they're kept dry. And as you can see, you know, this one was $15, and the smell is just incredible. If you've never smelled a truffle, you know, Oregon or French or otherwise, this is definitely an amazing thing.
And this is available at our farmers market. Periodically in season, you just need to be looking for it. At Madison's in Cincinnati, I don't know where else in the country you're going to find them, but they're around. And you can order them directly from the grower, not the growers, but the foragers out in Oregon. They're amazing.
So, what are you doing?
I'm just salting the bird inside and out right now.
What is it sitting in?
It's sitting in an unglazed clay pot called a Romertoff. You don't need to use one of these. You can use a Dutch oven. It'll be just fine. You could use a glazed clay pot. You could use a pan. But I like to do this covered because I want to intensify the flavor. Show me the cover. Got a cover right here.
So this is what it looks like. So this is the clay pot, and this has been soaking in water for 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes, yeah. This is
a well-seasoned clay pot. We've had this one for
18 years.
18 years, okay. So basically, if you would buy one new, it would not be black on the inside. It would be like a clay pot. And you soak it for 20 minutes.
Correct.
And why?
It releases steam slowly, so you get a very nice, gentle initial cooking process. It makes the meat moist, succulent. There's no comparison. It's a special thing. It seems fussy. It's worth it. I give these away as wedding presents.
Wedding gifts.
Wedding gifts. Instead of going off of their nice list, I buy these things for people.
It's awesome.
If you do one a hen, you're going to get much more bang for your buck than you might expect.
Okay, and what are you doing now? You're putting garlic underneath the skin, on top of the breast.
Yes, and now I'm putting some in the around the thighs as well. It's not too big a deal. You just kind of slide your finger and poke through the skin and reach around and slide it in up under the thigh, right there.
Nice.
See that? I'll do the same thing on the opposite side. This is probably not as imperative with this dish because the truffles are the star, but a little garlic never really hurt anybody. So I'm going to, actually we'll do these last pieces in a minute. Quickly wash my hands.
And you've got also garlic, shallot, sage, olive oil, salt, pepper, that's our truffle, and dry sherry.
So, here's our truffle. I'm going to kind of trim off the odd little bits that I don't think I'm going to want to slice onto the chicken itself.
What do you mean odd bits? Just odd shaped?
Yeah, odd shaped bits. Anything I think I might want to, I'm not going to make a big deal out of.
And these are not being tossed away?
Not at all. These are going to go inside the chicken. So we're going to try and get the most bang for a buck out of this by infusing the flesh with a little bit of truffle. So I'm going to just tuck some of this inside the cavity, just like that.
So you're just dropping it in?
Yeah, I'm just dropping it in.
Does anything else go in the cavity?
As a matter of fact, we're going to throw a clove of garlic, which we will lop in half here. And this will go inside as well. And a couple branches of the sage will go inside, which will really tend to really pump up the flavor a little bit. And then I'm going to trim off just 2 little slices of, actually,
But you're not going to use the truffle slicer?
Well, now I've got chicken on my hands, so it's hard for me to use the chicken slicer, the truffle slicer.
Yes.
Let's see, I've got a big piece here, and actually I think I will use the truffle slicer. Because I've got an odd piece here, I'm just going to slice it, and I will put pieces of truffle that I'm slicing off inside the cavity.
It smells so amazing.
I know.
It's an amazingly unique smell. Now show me this truffle slicer. This is just basically an uber thin.
Yeah, and you can adjust it here, wider or narrower. And it's nicely controlled. You could use a vegetable peeler in a pinch, or a very sharp knife.
Yeah, just a knife like you did before.
But this works like a charm. We'll be using it more in a bit. So I've got this. I'm going to tuck this underneath the skin, just a bit here and there.
Right next to the garlic.
Yeah, right next to the garlic, or anywhere you get in there, it's going to lend a nice flavor. So we can put one in between the thigh and the breast. Not a bad place to tuck one down low, and then you can slide a couple in over here.
The point is, every little piece of this truffle is precious.
Yes,
and I don't mean expensive. This was a $15 Oregon truffle, but every little piece imparts so much flavor.
Exactly, it really does.
You just don't want to waste any of it.
So we're gonna throw a shallot here, shallot this end. I'm gonna tuck a clove of garlic in between the breast and the wing. Another clove of garlic between this breast and wing. Truffle in there, and I think I'll just put this bit of garlic here, and the sage will go. I put a bunch of the sage next to the thigh, in between the thigh and the side of the pan.
And that's just to keep it from sticking as well.
And, and give it flavor. It's kind of a cheat.
Now, you've done this with new potatoes as well.
Absolutely. We should be doing that with new potatoes tonight, but that's not our plan this go around, unfortunately.
This is going to be just the, if you do new potatoes, you oil them up and just basically set the hen on top of the potatoes and around it. So again, just keeping it from sticking to the side. And new potatoes, why aren't we doing that? Because we don't have them.
We didn't think about it.
It's an amazing way to do it. The potatoes just totally suck up the smell and the flavor, and it's a really nice way to do it.
So we're going to keep this lidded so we don't lose all that wonderful bouquet. We don't want it to dry out. And then we're going to hit this with a little bit of olive oil. So just like so. A little bit on the legs, a little on the wings so they don't stick to the side needlessly. It's okay if it's a little bit rich.
Okay.
And then a little cracked pepper. And a splash dry sherry.
Now, why dry sherry?
It lends a very nice, it just complements this. You could use vermouth, you could use white wine. Don't use red, it's too heavy. But sherry, it just has, it does nice things with schmaltz. That's all I can say. So we're going to cover this over here, and it's going to go into
a cool oven.
Cool oven.
Now, we've done this before where we put it into a cold oven, meaning 0 temperature. Yeah. But this is, we're going to speed up the process a little bit, and it's set at 200 degrees. This looks absolutely beautiful. This is the hen with some of the truffle and sage. How long has it been?
It's been an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes.
And you put it into a relatively cool oven at 200 degrees. And after how much time did you crank it back up to what?
After 15 minutes, I cranked it up to 475. Now this is for the clay pot only. If you're doing this in a regular pot, in a Dutch oven, I would just cook it at 350 for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay, you've also got some other things going on the stove.
So these are the juices that came right out of the romer top.
So basically you took the hen and you sort of tilted it into the pan and poured everything off.
Correct.
And you're going to make a sauce out of this.
Truffle infused juices.
Yeah, you don't want to waste any of this. And
blanched green beans.
so basically, you boiled them for, or you
2
boiled
minutes.
water.
Boiled
You put the green beans in.
Brought it back up to a boil. 2 minutes. Then a little bit of salt, a little bit of dill, a little bit of butter.
Colander. You drain the water off.
Drain the water. Right.
And then dill, salt, pepper, butter.
Correct.
Okay, so that's just the vegetable that we're having with this.
Correct.
And what's the next steps?
So the next step is we're going to plate the chicken, and I'm going to try and separate the legs as best I can. This is very hot, so we want to be kind of careful.
This is 450 degrees. So
Yeah, give or take. It's coming down fast, but it's still quite hot. So I want to make sure it's well situated. You can put this on top of towels, hot plates, but you definitely don't want to put it on your counter unless you've got some sort of a heat-proof counter. But I'm not even willing to put it on wood, so that should tell you something. So here's a thigh. And I'm going to slice off a little bit of breast meat, like so. Put that there. More breast meat, like so. And that there. There's a little bit of garlic here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
It's going to go kind of here.
yeah, that's a beautiful piece of garlic. Truffle infused garlic. You can't really go too wrong with this.
No, you can't. There it is. It's a little bit hard to work in the pot, but it's just easier to keep it in there rather than try and get it onto a cutting board. I mean, you can do it that way, certainly, but we're all that easy, not clever. So, or cute. All right, so there's that. And I'm just going to show you how we do this one. We'll do the next one separately. So I'm going to grab the green beans, plate them, like so. There's we.
Already looks beautiful.
Oh, it is. So we've got our sauce. Let's grab our truffles here.
And we have the truffles and the truffle slicer.
Rice off, and I'm going to just.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Wow.
A couple slices out of there. Save some for Daddy. And
Oh, every little piece is just
it's heaven. They really are special stuff. Okay, so there we go. There's that for now, and then pièce de resistance, the hot sauce. Now, hot sauce, when it hits the truffle, it's going to do magical things. Now, this is just, I put no thickener in this at all. This is just what came from the sherry and the
garlic and the onion and the this is just
shallot.
the pan sauce from this is
just the juices that came off the chicken for the most part. And we just shared it.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That is a beautiful meal. And I'm really thrilled. This is beautiful. If you've never had truffle hen, it's easy, it's fantastic, and it's really worth it. So this is just, we're going to pick this carcass